Right now, Knox County Schools says more than half of the third graders in the district could be at risk of staying in third grade again next year because of a new law. Today, the Knox County School Board met for the second day of its two-day workshop with a lesson geared at following and then changing state law. The third grade retention law is one the school district expects will impact the most families. 10 News reporter Vinay Simlot joins us now to explain. Vinay.
Robin, students have to take the TCAP exam every year. Their score on the reading test in third grade will help decide whether they can move on to fourth grade.
If you can't read at that point, you kind of get these exponential deficits that start to form.
Knox County Schools Superintendent Dr. Jon Rysewyk says reading is important, especially for third graders.
That's kind of the grade where you begin to read to learn.
But he doesn't know if holding students back is the best idea.
Higher dropout rates in high school and those sorts of things that come from that.
The TCAP exam grades students on whether they exceed, meet, approach, or are below expectations. If third graders approach or are below, they have to repeat third grade, go to summer school, or get tutoring.
I think there's probably a middle ground somewhere in there.
In Knox County, Dr. Rysewyk says about 40% of students exceed or meet expectations. Statewide, that number hovers around 30%. In Anderson County, the school board asked the state to let school districts decide whether students should stay back in third grade, not the state. Knox County School Board member Susan Horn wants exceptions.
I've heard from parents who are concerned that there are not exceptions in the law around kids who have dyslexia or children who have an IEP.
And for students to be evaluated individually instead of based off a state test.
We are looking at individual students to meet each individual student where they are to help them grow.
The superintendent stresses he likes the idea of the state asking for intervention when third graders aren't reading as well as they should. He would just like to see a middle ground with what the state's proposing. Robin?
All right, Vinay Simlot on the story for us. Vinay, thanks.